It's Miss Meg from the Westchester Public Library in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Welcome back to another one of our summer STEAM activities. And today we're going to be talking about castles. I love castles. I've even had the opportunity to visit some castles in Europe. But do you know there are also castles in the United States? That's right. So today we're going to start out like we always do with a couple of trivia questions. Our topic today is machines, because you would certainly need a lot of different types of machines or tools to build a castle. All right, our first question is a seesaw a gear, a lever, or a pulley? Would you say? If you said lever, that's correct, because a seesaw works like a lever to lift people up and down. All right, our next question is a true or false question. Pulleys allow weight to be lifted more easily. The more pulleys you use, the more force you need to lift an object. Is that true or false? It's false. The more pulleys you have, the easier it is to lift something. So if you wanted to lift up some big stones to the top of your castle, you could use a system with many pulleys to make it easier. All right. I am going to remove my virtual background, even though I really love this castle picture. Move over this way so you can see the whole thing. Isn't it pretty? I'm going to take this away so that we can read a story together, and then we'll get on with our challenge. All right, here we go. Boom. All right. So the story that I'd like to share with you today is called Interstellar Cinderella. I trip over that every time. We'll see how it goes. Interstellar Cinderella. And this story is by Deborah Underwood and Meg Hunt made the pictures. And this is a little different from the Cinderella story that you probably already know. In fact, I love it when books have interesting end papers. The end papers for this book show all different kinds of tools. And some of them are real tools that you might find at your house. We have goggles, which of course are important to protect your eyes. And I see some ordinary wrenches here. I see pliers here. But then this says it's a, you see that? Plasma pump. I don't even know what that is. And this is a robot clamp. And this says it's an antimatter hammer. Very interesting tools. Let's read our story about Interstellar Cinderella. And this is a rhyming book. I really like reading rhyming books. Once upon a planetoid, amid her tools and sprockets, a girl named Cinderella dreamed of fixing fancy rockets. She fixed the robot dishwashers and Zoom brooms in her care. But late each night, she snuck away to study ship repair. She wants to repair spaceships. One day her wicked stepsisters came dashing in, excited. The Prince's Royal Space Parade! Our family's invited! I wish that you could come, my dear. Alas, no room, although, why don't you fix that broken ship and fly it to the show? But look what happened. Her evil stepsisters took her toolbox with them. That was so mean. My toolbox, Cinderella cried. We're stranded here, I guess. But Murgatroyd the mouse sent out a cosmic SOS, sending some type of a message. I'm here, your fairy god robot. I'll make you brand new tools. You'll need a spacesuit too, of course, atomic blue with jewels. This power gem will speed your ship across the starry sky. It only lasts till midnight. After that, your ship won't fly. Oh, thank you, Cinderella said. She quickly fixed the rocket, then tucked the sonic socket wrench inside her spacesuit pocket. She's really good at fixing things. She zoomed past stars and nebulae and parked beside a moon. The space parade was glorious. Each starship made her swoon. Look at all the different kinds of spaceships that are in the parade. At last, the royal ship approached. Her heart was filled with yearning, the ship of Cinderella's dreams. But heavens, what was burning? Uh-oh, I see smoke coming out of the ship. The prince's spaceship hissed and jerked and spewed a cloud of grit. The prince hopped out. Oh, blast! What now? My chief mechanic quit. Who do you think is going to fix the prince's spaceship? I bet you have a pretty good idea. But Interstellar Cinderella knew just what to do. She zip-zapped with her socket wrench. The ship was good as new. The prince invited her aboard. Last stop, Galactic Hall. He said, I hope you'll join me at the gravity-free ball. They talked for hours of rocket ships. The time went whizzing by. Then Cinderella saw the clock and said, I have to fly. But wait, the prince called after her. Please tell me how to find. The girl was gone, but she had left her socket wrench behind. The prince sent a transmission to the farthest edge of space. I'll search the cosmos for her. How I wish I'd seen her face. The prince's ship, Griselda screeched. Her sister squealed in fear. The prince won't marry one of us if Cinderella's here. Their mother said, don't worry. He won't find her in this house. I've trapped her in the attic with that useless robot mouse. The prince's cargo door revealed a broken craft within. The girl I seek can fix a ship. So, who'd like to begin? He gave the sonic socket wrench to one, then to the other. Alas, they couldn't fix the ship, and neither could their mother. Here's Cinderella up in the attic. Cinderella struggled, but the space rope held her tight, till Murgatroyd's robotic teeth cut through it with one bite. The ship, it's leaving. Wait, what's this? She made a fast repair, then strapped the rusty jetpack on and blasted through the air. She landed right beside the prince. That wrench is mine, she cried. She quickly fixed the ailing ship. The prince said, Be my bride. She thought this over carefully. Her family watched in panic. I'm far too young for marriage, but I'll be your chief mechanic. Amid her fleet of sparkling ships and friends both old and new, a joyful Cinderella cried, My stars, dreams do come true. And there she is, with all of the spaceships for her to fix. She's happy as can be. And that is the end. So we're not really going to need tools to build Cinderella's castle, which is our challenge for today. But I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that you can try making a castle at home. And the first thing I need to do is share my screen with you. Let's see, there we go. All right, I'm going to share this PowerPoint with you. There we go. Our challenge is to build Cinderella's castle. Look at this beautiful castle. Look at all of the spires and turrets. What different shapes do you see on this castle? I see rectangles, triangles, squares, curved lines, all different kinds of shapes. Here are some other castles. You can see there are many different designs for castles. Do you see how the roof of this part here goes up and down? Do you know what those are called? Those are called crenellations. And there are some on this castle on the top left as well. That would allow people to hide behind the tall part, but to be able to see through the lower parts. So our first design challenge is to build a castle with recycled materials. Let's see what kind of materials you could use. You might want to gather some cardboard boxes, egg cartons, paper towel rolls, toilet tissue rolls, anything that you can find at home that isn't needed anymore. You could use cereal boxes, you could use boxes that packages come in, anything you can find. And then you'll need something to hold all of these supplies together. You could use glue or tape or both. And then if you want to, after you're finished building, you may want to decorate your castle. So for that, you might want some markers or some paint, some different colored papers. And I put the question marks at the bottom there because this is certainly not a complete list of what you can use to make a castle out of recycled materials. This is just a list I made, but I'm sure you have some ideas of your own. All right. So this is what my castle looked like while I was constructing it. I used a box, a shoe box, and then inside of it, I have a tissue box, and then I used 3 paper towel tubes to make some towers on the outside of my castle. And after I glued it together, I decorated it. And I decorated it with some pages from an old book that I didn't need anymore, and some pictures that I cut out of another children's book that I didn't need anymore. So please don't take anything out of any books that you have without checking with a grown-up first. And also, if you're cutting cardboard, make sure that you have an adult help you because it takes a lot of force to cut through cardboard. All right, that's our first design challenge today. And the second design challenge is to build a castle with construction toys. So not all of you will be able to do this, but some of you might have Legos or blocks or magnetiles or some other type of building set that you can use to make a castle. For my castle, I used some blocks. So again, you can see a lot of different shapes on my castle: triangles, semicircles, rectangles, arches. So that is one idea of how you could build a castle. And do you see those cute little characters who live in my castle? Here they are up close. We've got the frog prince, a knight, a unicorn, a princess, a dragon, and a wizard. And guess what? You could actually win a set of these 6 characters. They're actually finger puppets. And on our next slide, I am going to tell you how you could win them. So let's take a look. Here we go. If you build a castle either out of recycled materials or with building sets, or if you have a completely different idea of how to build a castle inside or outside, please post your creations. You can post them to our Facebook page, to our Instagram page, or you can email them to me at mdiskin@ccls.org. And the first 3 children who send me pictures of their creations, I will mail you your own set of 6 fairy tale finger puppets. So let me turn my screen sharing off here. There we go. And let's look at that beautiful castle one more time. Here it is. Oh, I'm in a funny spot though. All right, so thank you very much for watching today. I can't wait to see what incredible castle creations you share with me. And even if you don't have an opportunity to share them, I hope that you'll make one anyway. Have a lot of fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye.